So the first part of the care coordination role is to start up a new case. This right here is probably the biggest game changer for most people, because most people do not meet at the office. Most people meet at the client's house. And you ever eat a slice of humble pie when you show up at a client's house and the caregiver doesn't show up? Has that ever happened to anybody in the room before? Right? Look around the room, folks. Raise your hands if that's ever happened. You showed up at the house and the caregiver didn't show up when you were supposed to start. Yeah. All right. I'm shocked that not everybody's hands has gone up, because either you're too new in the business or it hasn't happened to you yet. All right? Because it happens to all of us. So instead, the caregiver, you know the caregiver knows how to get to your office. So you have the caregiver meet you at your office because you know they know how to get there. We used to have at CareChoice 2 designated start times. Unless it was like an overnight or something of that nature, we always had 2 designated start times. Every case started at either 10 a.m. or 1 p.m. Those were our start times, 10 a.m., 1 p.m. Why? So the caregiver knew they had to be at the office at 9 a.m. or 12 noon. If they don't show up and it's 9:15 and we can't get a hold of the caregiver, we have plan B in place to be able to show up and start this case accordingly. That's huge. And I'm glad that now you're writing it down, because before nobody wrote it down. Now you're writing it down. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, yeah. Because you need that. You need that plan B in place. Because when you show up at a client's house and the caregiver doesn't show up, the case is over. You look horrible, all right? And you feel it. Like I would feel bad when that happened, right? So you have the caregiver meet you at the office. Now, when the caregiver meets you at the office, this is one of those touches. Anybody read the article I wrote in the Home Care Pulse that came out this year? Anybody? One person? Okay, I'm glad. Thank you so much for reading that article. I put a lot of time and effort into writing that, and I appreciate you, young man. Thank you. The rest of you, though, who received the Home Care Pulse? Let me see your hands. Who actually got the one this year? For shame. You guys. You didn't read my article? You did? You didn't raise your hand when I asked you then. You did. I did not see your hand. I did not see your hand. I did not see your hand. All right. I wrote this article in the Home Care Pulse report talking about touches. How do you keep caregivers? It's all about the touches, meaning not like touches, like physically touching, but managing and seeing them face to face. For the most part, with the exception of orientation and interview, we don't really see our caregivers after that case gets started up. And so as a result, all of our communication is texting, email, or phone calls. That's how we communicate. And that's what leads to the turnover rate that we currently have as an industry. The care coordinator, though, gives an opportunity to increase those touches. When a caregiver is sitting in my office waiting for me to go to a case, or waiting for a care coordinator to take them to a case, and I happen to come in the office, this is exactly, I'm gonna role play right now, exactly what I used to do with a caregiver, okay? What's your name, my friend?
Edith.
Edith? Yes. Edith, nice to meet you. I'm Steve. I'm the vice president of CareChoice, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit of information about the patient that you're gonna be seeing. Mrs. Smith, I met with her the other day. She had a stroke. She's paralyzed on the left side. She's very, very, very dependent on you, but she wants to get better. She's agreeing to follow through her physical therapy exercises. And so I think that this will be a good long-term case for you. Help her however you're supposed to. Our nurse is going to meet you at the house in a little bit, and she'll go over a plan of care with you, but give her everything you have. But before we do that, I want to ask you, how are you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm a good caregiver, you know.
You're a good caregiver?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you for taking this case. So as the vice president of CareChoice, my job is to grow our company. So I have all these relationships with our hospitals, all these relationships with our rehab centers, all these relationships with our assisted living communities, and so on. And right now we're taking care of over 100 people in the home. Now, all I ask of you is that you do the very best you can. And when you do the best you can, that family member, they tell the person who referred them and sent them to us, and then that allows me to keep all of our caregivers here working. We have about 150 people currently working in the field right now, and when you do a good job, you help me keep them working. Now, a commitment from me to you, Edith, is for as long as you want to work here at CareChoice, I will make sure that you always have work.
Awesome.
That is what I do. I appreciate you. And I'll tell you what, here's my card. If you need anything, here's my card. You can take it. My cell phone number's on there. Just give me a call and let me know because I'm here to help you, all right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for taking it. Do a good job. And if, again, you need me, let me know.
Okay.
Thank you, Edith.
You.
Now, did you see what I just did? Right? You applaud for that. I love you so much. Come here. Let me give you a hug. That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do. I'm going to give you a hug because you're awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
But that's what I used to do every time I came into an office with a caregiver that was about to go out on a case. Now, Edith, let me ask you, how do you feel right now, even though it was a role play? How do you feel? Do you feel important? Edith? Do you? Oh, you're writing down notes. She's like, her pen is like on, her paper is like catching fire over here. Do you feel important right now?
Oh, yeah.
And like, what was that like on the receiving end of it?
I'm sorry.
How did you feel when I did that with you?
Oh, I feel awesome, you know. I feel very important. And to be a part of your job or your team, I would be, you know, happy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Now, what did I take? 3 minutes, 4 minutes time to do that? But I made her feel important. Remember I talked earlier, what's the most valuable asset in our business? It's our caregivers. That little role play that I just did makes a world of difference. You also like the way I said that last part. What was one of the last things I said? For as long as you are looking for work, you will always have a job here at CareChoice. I just gave her a commitment, a promise from me to her. That's my goal, going back to what I said earlier, right? Referrals equals freedom, right? The more referrals I have, the ability I have to be able to do that.
Take the time. Give yourself the break from your office. Turn over the reins to someone you trust. Come and just be ready to deep dive and to learn and to commit and to be inspired. The moment that we met Steve, we just knew like this was someone that knew the business. He had worked in the business, so he's an expert. And coming to a boot camp will get you energized about your business. You'll be going back to the office with a bunch of ideas, probably too many ideas, but if you just implement a few of them, you'll see a difference in your business and you'll be so grateful, and then you'll want to come to the next one. They're all different, and every single time it's different. There's always something that I glean, that I take away that it's like, oh yeah, I've got to go back and do that for my business, and it all works.